The middle class is bleeding out. Not from one big wound, but from 1,000 small subscriptions. The economy has shifted from ownership to usership. They don't want you to have assets. They want you to have monthly payments. If you want to win, you have to buy your way out of the cycle. Here are 8 things you buy once and never pay for again. Let's get into it. Number 1. The stainless steel safety razor. Big Shave pioneered a parasitic business model in the 90s. Give them the handle for free and hook them on plastic cartridges for life. It's the ultimate drug dealer model. Most men will spend over $10,000 in their lifetime on shaving. You are paying a premium for plastic marketing and engineered frustration. Modern multi-blade razors are a technical regression. They pull the hair below the skin line, causing irritation and ingrown hairs, a problem they then sell you soothing gels to fix. A solid 3-piece safety razor made from 316L marine-grade stainless steel is a different animal. It has no moving parts to snap, no plastic tabs to break. You make a single investment of $100. The blades, they are universal. You can buy a pack of 100 high-quality Japanese steel blades for $10. That's 10 cents per blade. By switching, you aren't just saving money, you are firing a corporation from your bathroom. You're trading a lifelong liability for a one-time mechanical asset. Number 2. Vintage cast iron. Modern non-stick pans are a countdown clock to toxicity. They use PTFE and PFOA coatings, forever chemicals, that off-gas at high temperatures and flake into your blood. These pans last 2 years before the coating fails. You are funding the chemical industry with every meal. The industry wants you to believe non-stick is a modern miracle. It's not. It's a chemical crutch for poor manufacturing. Look for vintage iron produced before 1950, specifically brands like Griswold or Wagner. Back then, manufacturers didn't just cast the iron, they machined it. They took the raw casting and ground the interior surface with stones until it was as smooth as glass. When you season this iron, you perform polymerization. The oil turns into a natural glass-like surface bonded to the metal. It's indestructible. You can't scratch it. You can't warp it. You can find these in thrift stores for $20, rusted and neglected. Clean them up, and you have a culinary asset that will outlast any $200 hex-clad marketing gimmick. It's a metallurgical standard that doesn't exist in mass production anymore. Number 3. Stainless steel gravity water filtration. Water is your ultimate vulnerability. Most people live with the illusion that clean water is a constant. They rely on a crumbling infrastructure of city pipes or a wasteful supply chain of plastic bottles. If the grid fails or the prices spike, you are helpless. A gravity-fed system, like a high-end stainless unit, removes the middleman. It doesn't require electricity. It doesn't require a plumber. It uses the simplest force in the universe, gravity. The silver-impregnated ceramic filters don't just remove the taste of chlorine. They remove pathogens, heavy metals, and microplastics. The cost of bottled water is a recurring drain on your wealth. The cost of a gravity filter is a one-time capital expenditure. Once you own it, your cost per gallon drops to nearly zero. In an emergency, it is the difference between life and death. In normal times, it's just a superior financial move. Stop paying a premium for water that comes in a bottle made of oil. Number 4. Goodyear welted boots. Most shoes sold today are disposable footwear. They use cemented construction. The sole is simply glued to the upper. Once that glue dries or the rubber wears down, the shoe is dead. This is the heart of fast fashion. They want you buying 3 pairs of $80 sneakers every year. A Goodyear welted boot is built as a modular system. A strip of leather, the welt, is stitched to both the upper and the sole. When the sole wears out after years of hard use, you don't throw the boot away. You take it to a cobbler. He cuts the threads and stitches on a brand new sole. The full-grain leather upper will only get more comfortable as it patinas and molds to your bone structure. You are investing in a $400 piece of infrastructure for your feet. Over 20 years, you might resole them 4 times. Total cost? Maybe $800. In that same time, you would have spent $3,000 on disposable Nikes that ended up in a landfill. Ownership is mathematically cheaper than consumption. Number 5. High-carbon steel hand tools. We've been sold the lie of battery power convenience, but batteries are perishable inventory. Lithium-ion cells are chemical bombs that degrade every time you charge them. In 10 years, the battery for your current drill won't exist. You'll be forced to buy the new system. Go to an estate sale. Look for a vintage handsaw or a steel bit brace drill made of 1095 high-carbon steel. These tools don't have circuit boards. They don't have proprietary charging ports. If a vintage saw gets dull, you sharpen it with a $3 file. If a vintage plane gets nicked, you hone it on a stone. These tools allow you to build and repair without being tethered to a power grid. The man with the cordless drill is productive as long as his battery is charged. The man with the vintage steel is productive as long as he is alive. That is true ownership of the means of production. Number 6. The mechanical watch. We need to stop calling smartwatches watches. They are wrist-worn computers. And like all computers, they are designed to be obsolete the moment the next processor is released. They are tracking devices that demand your attention and require a daily recharge. A mechanical automatic watch is a marvel of microengineering. It uses a rotor that spins with the natural motion of your arm, winding a mainspring that powers a series of gears. No battery, no microchips, no planned obsolescence. A quality automatic can run for 20 years without being touched. Give it a simple service, and it will run for another 20. It is one of the few pieces of technology that you can truly pass down to your grandchildren. It tells the time silently, without spying on you or needing a software update to function. It is independence on your wrist. Number 7. 5-ply stainless steel. If you find cast iron too heavy, this is your objective. 5-ply stainless steel isn't just a pot, it's a thermal engine. Cheap pots have a thin disc of aluminum glued to the bottom. They develop hot spots. They warp. They fail. 5-ply construction bonds, layers of stainless steel, aluminum, and sometimes copper throughout the entire body of the pan. It is indestructible. You can't melt it. You can't scratch the coating because there is no coating. You can use it in a 500-degree oven or on a gas range. The industry hates stainless steel because it doesn't wear out. You buy a set of high-end steel once, and you are done. You have exited the kitchenware market for the rest of your life. It is the ultimate arbitrage, trading currency for a tool that serves you forever. Number 8. Physical reference books. This is the most critical item on the list. We have outsourced our intelligence to the cloud. We assume that the how-to of civilization will always be available on a screen. But digital information is fragile. It can be edited. It can be paywalled. It can be deleted. If the grid goes down, your access to human knowledge vanishes. Start building a library of pre-1980 technical manuals, books on carpentry, medical encyclopedias, and mechanical engineering. These books were written for a world where people were expected to be competent. A physical book is a decentralized database. It is weightless until you need it, and then it is worth its weight in gold. It is the only asset that makes you more powerful every time you use it. Knowledge is power, but only if you own the medium it's printed on. The shelves of the world are filled with garbage disguised as convenience. They want to keep you in a state of perpetual upgrading, extracting your wealth one plastic piece at a time. This is the design of modern capitalism. But you have a choice. You can keep paying the ignorance tax, or you can start investing in materials that last. Every time you buy a forever item, you are firing a CEO. You are cutting a string that ties you to a supply chain that doesn't care about your survival. Stop being a consumer. Start being an owner. I'm Johnny Bearington, and I'm here to help you keep your money and your freedom. I'll see you in the next one.